Okay, hello everybody. Today you are going to have a very special assignment. On each desk, you're going to find a small motor, just like this one, and this is called a servo motor. A servo motor is very special because it can only turn from 0 to 100 degrees. So it's not going to turn continuously, it's just going to turn from one position 0 to a position 180 degrees. This in robotics is used for arms, it's used for lifting stuff. So today we're going to learn how to use it and how to program it using Arduino. Okay, so you're going to find a motor which has 3 cables. So you can see it has a yellow, red, and black cable. Okay, the brown cable. The brown and the red are going to be ground. The red is always going to be positive, or 5 volts. And the yellow one is going to be the signal, where we will control our motor. Okay, so you're going to have this. You're also going to have 3 male and male cables. Every time that you see that it has a pin, it's called a male cable. Okay, so you're going to have a yellow, orange, and brown. If you have a set of more cables, you can just take them apart and then just take the ones that you need. Okay, you're also going to need the Arduino board. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do with the Arduino board is connect the orange cable to the pin called 5 volts. Okay, then you're going to grab the brown cable and you're going to connect it to where it says ground. Remember, GND. Okay, then the next step is our yellow cable. This yellow cable is the signal. So we're going to connect it on pin number 9. Okay, you see 7, 8, and 9. Okay, so we're going to connect it there. Okay, so we have our 3 cables. These are the ones that are going to be connected to our servo motor. Okay, so as you can see, I have connected the yellow, orange, and brown with the yellow, orange, and brown of my servo. The colors actually don't matter. What it matters is the position. That the yellow one is going to be number 9, which is the signal. The orange one is going to be 5 volts, which is our power. And the brown one is going to be ground, which is the negative position. Okay, so here we have our motor. Got it? After you do this, we are going to connect the Arduino to the computer. That is our next step. Okay, so we have connected our USB to our computer port, and we should see that after we put the program, this is what's going to happen. Okay, I'll show you in a minute how to develop the program. So we can see the motor turning from 0 to 180 back to 0. Okay, so this is something, and I'm going to teach you how to control different angles of the servo motor. Okay, this motor has a pretty big torque. Okay, that's why it's called the servo. So it's not that, has a lot of power, okay, and a lot of torque. These are also used in the flaps of an airplane. That way the flaps can change and the airplane can go up or down. So now let's go and look at the code.
Okay, for our second part of this video, we are going to look at our program. You guys have the task to write all this code in order to work with your program. Now I'm going to give you, and that's why I have the keyboard here, because I want to give you some tips on learning how to use the different keys. So first of all, we need a library called Servo. Okay? servo.h. In order to get this symbol, you just need to press Shift on your keyboard. You see the white ones? Shift, and then you need to click on 3, where you see the symbol on your keyboard. Okay? Now, the greater and less than symbols are very easy to find. Okay? So on your keyboard, if next to the shift button, and it doesn't show on this one, but next to the shift button, there's a greater or less than. You're going to always see it here. Next to the Z, right in between these two, you're going to find these two symbols. Okay? In case you need them. Now the period or point, you can find it right here. Okay? So this is going to be easy. Now if you scroll, like if you press Shift, you will see some other options, like the semicolon, which we are going to use constantly in our programs. Okay? After this, you are going to type in servo with capital S, my servo, and the semicolon. Remember that the semicolon is pressing the Shift button and then the one next to the M. Okay? You can see that here I'm getting all the semicolons. You just need one. Got it? Then we're going to go to the void setup. The void setup has two symbols, the open parentheses and close parentheses. These are just press the Shift button on your keyboard and number 8 and number 9. Very similar with these keys. The keys, in order to open them, you just press the one next to the ñ, okay? And to close them is the other one. Here, you don't have to press Shift, okay? So the important thing is that you look for these symbols on your keyboard, and they're either with or without the Shift key pressed. So the trick is pressing the Shift button, okay? When you press the Shift button, you get capital letters, and you get all these symbols. Got it? The rest is up to you. So always, this should be exactly the same. When you finish typing this on your program, you're going to raise your hand and your teacher is going to go and check out your code. Make sure it looks exactly the same. The colors are also very important. You notice that the word or the function is spelled correctly if they have the same color. Number include green, servo in red. Okay? So after you're done, you can just click on it. Right now, you can pause the video and do your code. After you're done with the code, we are going to install it to our Arduino board. First thing we got to do is connect the Arduino board and make sure it's recognized by the computer. The way that I know this is that I go to Tools, remember? Go to Port and make sure that one of the comms says Arduino Genuino Uno. This is very important. If it doesn't say Arduino, our board has not been detected by the computer. And we need to disconnect it and connect it back again. And wait for a couple of minutes. Okay? After you have selected your board, you can click on the Verify button. You can either save your work, and it would be nice to save your work. So you can type in your name. Okay? Save your work, and it will start verifying the program. Okay? So it is compiling. After you finish compiling the work and you get done compiling and it's successful, then you are ready to put it on your board. When it says done compiling, then you can now click on upload and upload it to your board. If your upload is successful, it should say done uploading. Okay? And now your servo should start moving. How? Let me explain the code. First of all, we create a servo called my servo. Then, where it says attach, I'm attaching the signal to pin number 9. Remember the yellow cable? After this, on the void loop, we are going to make an infinite loop. So our program is going to run every line of code and then repeat again and again and again infinitely. So what I'm doing is that my servo, I'm going to write the 179 degrees. I'm going to wait. Remember the delay means wait. Wait for 3 seconds, which is 3,000 milliseconds. Then I'm going to ask my servo to go back to 0 degrees. And finally, wait for other 3 seconds. And do this over and over and over again. This is how I get the different positions of my servo motor. Okay? I hope that you have learned you can play writing different angles. You can, remember, you can go to 0 all the way to 180. Try 45 from 0 to 45, or try 45 to 90. Okay? That way you can play with different types of angles in the servo. Think about all the possibilities that this tool can give you. I hope you like this. See you in class.